that I am honored to be here, honored to help open this summit, because reinvention is a theme that really is on a lot of people's minds. It gets triggered in a lot of different ways. It starts with setback in your personal life. Sometimes it gets triggered by, this quiet realization that your life's not going where you want it to go, but it's different for everybody. Is it okay if I tell my reinvention, the one that really sticks in my head? Yeah, for me, I guess it started when I planted my foot in the ground, turned hard, and my cleat stayed stuck in the turf, and I heard a pop. I was 20 years old. I'd been living a dream, playing college football for Rice University. But in that moment, the direction that my life was headed changed. If you've ever had one of these moments, you know what I mean. Life before that moment feels like it's one way, and then life afterwards feels different. Not because everything changes overnight, but because something something you had planned is no longer the plan that you're living. For me, that meant that I dropped out of college. I had to make a living, so I went out and got a job managing a health club, Valley Total Fitness in Sharpstown in Houston, Texas. Pretty quickly, I realized that the tools that I had built, the tools that I was going to need to lead, I had a title. I was manager of this health club, but stepping in, I wasn't getting the training or the leadership development that I felt like I needed. So before I got my first paycheck, I walked into a used bookstore, half price books in Houston, and I bought a used leadership book off the shelf, $5. I went home and read that book overnight. I thought that would set me up, but the idea that stuck with me was different. It taught me that growth happens daily, not in a day. Growth or leadership development is a process. Got me to be intentional, to look at what I wanted to grow and stick with it. You become the person that you want to be, whether it's running a health club or really any other reinvention, little by little, moment by moment, decision by decision, you intentionally build those habits. I think as I went on, I put that in place and made it my intention to continue to grow. One of the things that I noticed was that in the area, Sharpstown, that I was living in and working in, large part of our population was Spanish speaking. I've been around it. I took the high school Spanish courses that you're supposed to take, but my Spanish language was not very good. But I had a salesperson, and he was a native speaker, and he tutored me. Day by day, I worked on it. I practiced it. We walked the club. We scripted things out. When my Spanish improved, I could connect with a lot more people. That was a big part of improving the club, because as my leadership improved and my Spanish improved, we went from a low performing health club in Houston to doubling what our sales targets were in nutritionals and in personal training and in membership sales. It showed me that daily growth is really how reinvention or how change happens. And then along the way, something unexpected happened. That same idea that growth was a process helped me realize that degree that I had walked away from was more than a piece of paper. That was part of my growth process. That was something that I needed to go back and do. So I went back and got my degree and graduated from Rice University. Those real results come. You look back and think back at what you've been through. For me, it's running a health club, growing as a leader, and then applying those to learn Spanish and realizing that it's applicable. But I want for listeners to think about their own reinvention, to realize that it's not just a moment. It's a process, that you don't change daily, that you reinvent yourself and then make a commitment to what you want to change and what you want to grow in. I'll close with just one key idea. Reinvention is not one bold move. It's the decision you make to grow on purpose, to be intentional, to show up for the results due, and to make that commitment to yourself. Thank you, JB.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. That was amazing. Quick, concise, and laid it out. Just like the systems we build, it takes daily activities that you need to do, that everything changes, but you need to be doing it on a daily basis as well. Thanks you, Dr. Ben. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
And every story can change the world. Together we are Global Speakers Talk.